It is my birthday, and so I want to celebrate it by inviting everybody I don't know instead of those I do know, but also some of them who I do know. And the idea is that we are living in an increasingly isolated manner. We know very few people. We very seldom know our neighbors, and we certainly don't know 1/1000th of the number of people who inhabit the earth. And for me, this is the great challenge of this century. What is it that we can discover? No longer discover the moon, no longer discover new continents, but discover who inhabits the world. And we need new methods to achieve this. And the idea of the Oxford News is to provide an incentive, not just to have an idle conversation, not just to exchange pleasantries, even though that is desirable in circumstances, but above all to get people to think about what really matters to them, to exchange these ideas, and in that way to get to know somebody very well. The aim is to start by choosing a question and answering it yourself. Because if you ask somebody you don't know one of these questions, they say, you know, why are you asking me that? But if you open yourself up, first of all, and show that you're willing to answer this question yourself, they will respond, and they will tell you what they think, and then you'll discuss it. And you discuss it not simply in terms of your own experience, but you discuss it in more general terms. How are your, say if we take the first question, how are your priorities different from those of other civilizations, other times? Why is it that you have these priorities? In other words, you put it in a more general context. And in this way you think, well, are we spending our time in a useful way? Could we spend it as other people have spent it, or should we learn to combine ideas from them with ours, and so on? And how can we project into the future of where we want to go? To see how other people think. And we live again, we have made a civilization which has turned us into specialists and has given each one of us a jargon. That is to say, you're trained as an accountant, you talk in numbers, you're trained as a lawyer, you talk in terms of precedent and so on. You're trained as a scientist, and you can only talk in certain, and even as a scientist, you can only talk within your speciality. And the inorganic chemist cannot understand the nuclear physicist, and so on. So how can we break these barriers which we have created?
No, the word, yeah, you can't
What's your name?
So you go, I'm no longer afraid of God in the sense of cringing and slavery. That's a really simple one. I used to be a salesman, and I've lived in the world of making.
Okay, I just want to say to you, thank you for coming to this conversation. I hope that we can meet again and that you can participate in the other activities of the Oxford News. We are taking your name if you would like to give it to us, and we can keep you informed of what we do. I hope you have succeeded in getting to know somebody well, and that it has been a worthwhile experience. So You can't hear me.
You have to do that about 10 times to different people.
Has anybody heard anything I've said?
Some of it.
About 2 people.
Not all of it. Well, it's impossible to
You have
talk.
to carry it around and say it to different people.
Okay, well, thanks very much, and we'll meet again. But please go on talking if you would like to. And I hope you enjoyed them yourselves.